Hey, hi Yahazu. Actually, mostly it's so I can have music playing without using my desktop audio. Because if I'm like doing other things on Discord or something, or if I'm in a Discord call for collab. Thanks for the resubscription, Yahazu. 35 months. Much appreciated. Boyo! Yeah. So the audio setup is so that if I'm like in a Discord call for a collab, I don't have to mute desktop audio, or I can mute desktop audio on the stream, and then have the Lobotomy Court remix just playing as like an MP3 through OBS. And if I was gonna swap out the music every stream, I'd have to download the files and set them up in OBS ahead of time, and I'm lazy. So instead, we're gonna get the same song until I get bored and change it. That's pretty much it. But yeah, almost a whole year, yeah. Actually, that is 1 month shy of 3 years. That's crazy to think about. And I'm pretty sure you've been following me for longer than that. Yeah, I was a big fan of that one. Alrighty, Sonic Frontiers. I can't tell if the audio pauses when I alt-tab out or not. Like Frontiers main mini music, I can't hear it. But I wonder if I have something not set properly. Might just be really quiet on my end. I can't tell. Yeah, weird. Oh, keep an ear out for it then. Could be because you haven't started the game yet. That could be. That would make sense. Alright, new game. Normal difficulty is probably fine. Action style or high speed style. People are used to playing Sonic games or not familiar with Sonic games. I'm used to playing Sonic games at this point. I think that meets that criteria. But hard mode just for the final boss? Alright. If you remind me, I'll make sure to do that. Dr. Eggman? Gasp. Ancient Ruins? We've seen Eggman getting ultimate power from Ancient Ruins before. Is he more egg or more man? We may never know. Who's to say?
Uploading AI program now.
He's uploaded a program into the Ancient Ruins. People are screaming for whatever reason. He's summoning ancient robots. Cool.
Yes, it's all coming online. The ancient secrets will be mine.
Brigham didn't want to be woken up. Understandable. I don't like being woken up either. He also screaming to forcibly woken up.
Simulations complete. Executing protective initiative.
What? No! No!
Oh. Can't believe Eggman's gone. Why did she not get subtitles? Good question.
Coming up, Starfall Islands.
How exciting!
You tracked the Chaos Emeralds here, right? Let's find out what drew them here.
Is that the only time we see me on the plane? Yeah, I can't remember any other times we've seen it. Even though I guess she would have had to in Sonic Adventure 1. Because she confronts Gamma. And then the egg carrier crashes. I don't remember what happened with that one.
Some kind of atmospheric charge. Hang on.
He gets kidnapped and that's how she ends up there? That's right. That makes sense. Not sure how she got off the egg carrier, though. I don't remember. Well, everyone got sucked into a portal, so this is also Generations. Nah. Still, if I had $1 for every time the Sonic crew got sucked into a interdimensional portal. Crest, so she just had to walk. I guess that's true, yeah. Stick to move around. Right trigger, boost. Simple enough. Green Hill! Yep, we've never seen Green Hill before. You can definitely tell the lighting engine's different, though. Got the tiny little boost meter next to him. That's different. You can double jump. Red rings are once again purely collectible. Excellent. Got a tiny little speedometer in the corner. Homing attack is now Y. Cool. Works for me. Short course, but I guess it's the tutorial. That makes sense. Just looking for is no requirement to reach the ending. Excellent. No grinding to do. 999 rings? I guess there may have been. We did not finish with 150 rings. We did not collect all our red star rings. Yep. I think they do show the breakdown at least. That's useful. So you know what you were missing. Only 4 rings short. Get keys that open objectives. I see. You can also find them on the main map. Noted.
Tails? Amy?
First level is the only mandatory one in the game. That's crazy.
I'm the only one who made it out of that. Whatever it was.
Mortal.
Ugh. Hello?
Am I mortal? I don't know.
Done the impossible. You have escaped cyberspace through your own power. You are the key.
Key, huh?
Cyberspace.
Sure beats being called a rodent. Are you saying I can rescue my friends?
Find the Chaos Emeralds. Destroy the Titans. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Find the Chaos Emeralds? Sure thing. I know how to do that.
Sure. How about a little context? Hello?
Of course not. Hey.
Oh well. Some direction is better than none. Here we go.
Like how I know who that character is already just from all the fan art. Game actually has an explanation as to why the emeralds are here. It's neat. That is nice. Stick to move the camera. Options change settings. I'll leave it default for now. So here's one of those things. I see. So if you collect all those, you get keys. This is a short stage, so if we need to come back to do that, we can. I don't mind. Activate the switches. There are 3 ancient switches on the ground. Activating them will unlock a reward and part of the map. This is just a marker. I like how it's billboarding. Rotating towards the camera. Do I have to ground pound these? No, I just have to stand on them long enough, I see. There we go. I just got off them too fast. Red spiky heart thing. Kronos Island. The challenges reveal the surrounding area on the map. Once revealed, the map will help in locating guardians, portals, and memory tokens. Okay. We got whatever that is. Oh, there's a rail there. Can I homing attack that? Ah, yes. That's how I'm supposed to do it. So the thing to give to an NPC to get some stats at the bottom to level up. I see. And the bottom left up. I guess we got rings, attack power, defense power, speed. Why is Sudok an Elden Ring? You know, mods are going crazy. That's what it is. It's just very aggressive modding, obviously. Hi, Nono. How's it going? I was actually thinking the other day, I've really been missing your streams. All the forces, yeah, we got their forces pretty quick. Didn't think Solar Blade affect the body community that much, yep. I do want to play Solar Blade. I picked it up on Steam a couple days ago, but so many games in the backlog right now. I still need to go do Deltarune just to avoid all the spoilers on Twitter. You're missing them too? I'm glad you're not the only one. Yeah. Gonna wait for a sale before you buy Solar Blade? Understandable. Yeah, I'm thankful that I've got pretty decent cash flow right now. Notification may appear when Sonic is near something new. Practice the action in the training simulator, you get a hint. I see. Game interests you, but not 70 euros interest. Understandable. I found the message on really well. Yeah, it looked fun. I mean, if I can enjoy, you know, 7 out of 10 games like Code Vein, I think I can probably enjoy Stellar Blade 2. Exit the back button. Interesting. We can change the music. I guess that's the jukebox feature. That's quite the selection. Ah, and we can pop up the whole menu there too. So back to default. What if we made Nier Automata without Square Enix money? Yeah, which, you know, most people don't have Square Enix money, so understandable. Should be able to turn off the stories and the menus if you want to. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess there might be some movesets that I'm not familiar with already. Also, the controls are confusing in some cases. Intro to I'm Here is the melody that plays in the main menu. I see. Homing attack. Homing attack. As they're defeated, they drop items such as skill pieces and seeds. Well, you come to Puyo. You have come to Puyo. Welcome in, Lowell. And skill pieces, and they will turn into skill points. And then you lose new skills. I see. I do like progress bars. It's 4 AM, so you're gonna lurk already. Many colors do I need so much of Sonic 06 for some reason. Yeah, the game really does kind of have that. Oh yeah, we've switched to a modern lighting engine, so now we're gonna use everything's gonna be desaturated and unnecessarily high resolution to show off that we got a new lighting engine. It's kind of a similar generational leap, honestly. Whereas Sonic Forces was very much like a oversaturated, colorful Unity game. I got a 4 boost there. Mario Odyssey Dinosaur Energy, yeah. Oh. It's like a combat challenge or something? Hi, robots. At least these ones aren't supposed to be Eggman's robots, so I don't mind that they don't look like Eggman. Where in the world is Bonanza? Nintendo being Nintendo, as usual. It very much... Yeah, it looks really interesting. You can very much tell that it's the Odyssey team. You're like, okay, so... What's the signature stuff for DK? Since we don't really have a clear identity for DK right now. Most Nintendo's ever been. Yep. Oh, ninja turning into a zebra. Obviously. I mean, DK's always had, and like Donkey Kong Country and stuff, had that kind of safari animal vibe. So like, it fits. His name is Donkey Kong, after all. Yeah, it's true. Made DK look so dumb in the redesign. I don't know. I get why it's controversial, but it makes sense to me. Dabs pretty much every time he goes to Mario Kart World. Yeah, I guess they're going off of his characterization in the Mario movie, I think, to some degree. I wonder if that was intentional, even. Like that, as part of a broader strategy towards Donkey Kong's characterization. More like arcade Donkey Kong? Yeah, I mean, that was the idea, right? Is that he looks more like the original Jumpman design. Wasn't one of the song out most of the time we see him. Yeah, that's true. This is like a little silly. Oh, I think they're going for a little silly. Rain's very powerful. The bigger the normal enemies and special attacks. Lock onto the right stick. Okay. I see. Whoa. That hurt. Alright, so I can combo, but I guess with the barrier, I don't want to do that. That means they're about to counterattack. Also younger DK since Pauline is like 13. Yeah, I'm curious, because I could also... Someone pointed out that Pauline's dress, the hem of it looks kind of like it's been like cut with scissors, maybe? So I'm wondering if it was a situation where like she's been age regressed. Because that's been a thing in the Mario franchise before. There's our portal gear. These gears are very important, so don't forget to pick them up. Okay. And that opens a portal somewhere. Or maybe that's literally just a doorway. I guess that counts. Switch back to the default soundtrack. Gears to open new levels. Yep, makes sense to me. Kind of like the keys in Generations. Oh, can I spin dash? Okay, that's the side jump. I can slide. And bounce, obviously. I got a fruit thing. Safe to say this one this year has had far too many game releases again. There have been quite a few good ones. It hasn't been overwhelming for me yet, but it very much could be if they announce any more. So, was there anything else here that I missed? There's rings there, but I can get rings anywhere. Yeah, so I still have Prime ZA and Prime 4. I mean, have they confirmed? Well, I guess the year is confirmed, right? They haven't announced an actual release date for Prime 4 yet, though. Which I'm assuming means probably late in the year. Still 2025. I feel like it was probably intended to be a launch title, based on how they featured it in the initial direct. And then it got pushed back. Because they're all doing a big thing about, oh yeah, Prime 4 is going to run at, you know, max settings, 4K, 60 FPS, whatever. So I feel like that was supposed to be like their big graphical showcase for the thing's capabilities. Now you're not supposed to go back up. That makes sense. Based on the Out Now posters they actually put up in the UK the other day for Prime 4, yeah. Forgot to cancel the ad, the campaign. Whoops. As you do. Yeah, let's see. Right now I still have to finish this game in Lobotomy Corporation. I mean, I just started this game, but we got a lot to get through. I just finished getting all the achievements in Oblivion Remastered. So that's off my list now. I want to play Blueprints before it's completely culturally irrelevant. Which may already be too late, but we'll see. I still need to finish... Or I still want to do, yeah, so Blueprints... Expedition 33. I haven't even started Expedition 33. I gotta play through all of that still. Deltarune. I gotta catch up on Deltarune. Saving Deltarune for stream because voices. Nice. Yeah, I gotta play it because I need to avoid spoilers. So Reddit started posting on Mark spoilers and it's ruining things for me. What else? And I got 100 Line. Yeah, I do want to play that. That one's probably not as urgent. I'm okay with waiting a bit longer for that one, but I do want to play it eventually. Yeah, and then I'm gonna get a Switch 2 at some point and play Prime 4 and Bonanza, but those aren't out yet, obviously. So I got some time. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, there are a lot of games this year. Whew. Yeah, exactly, right. Should be doable. Just, I'm gonna actually have to make a concerted effort. Make some progress on some of these games. Oh, and we're getting, we are not getting Persona 4 Remake this year, most likely. But we might get it late next year, which is exciting. I'm really curious what, if anything, they're going to change about it. Mostly focusing on Clay Obscura and Zenless right now with Rune Factory on the Switch 2 on the side. Nice. I did hear the new Rune Factory is really good. I was curious about that one. That didn't seem urgent. Oh, and what else? That reminded me of something else. I've lost it already. Got a lot of personality and great voice acting. Nice. No, I've already forgotten. Dang it. Automated a lot of the farming sim portion, so it's mostly vibes. That's an interesting decision for them to do that, but as it definitely makes it a lot lower stakes, or less tedious. Ancient gate seems to be locked. Turn the statue in front of the gate to proceed. Makes sense. I'll do that in a second. Mostly just getting the hang of the movement system. Oh, I still have Outer Wilds mods to play. Still have Forgotten Castaways, and I want to go back and see if I can figure out the stuff that we completely missed in some of the other ones. X? No, so Y, okay. I can turn it, got it. Some more palatable, some with not a lot of time. Yeah. Half the big story mod, yeah. Yeah, I went on the Discord to complain about how it felt like the mod was kind of shorter than I expected, and they're like, oh, you missed like half the mod. Which, in my defense, they did not make it very hard to miss half the mod, apparently, but that is pretty funny to me. Yeah, I'm still playing Zenless. Still doing all my dailies and events and everything in Zenless. I was worried that I wasn't going to like the Chinese aesthetics. Not that I have anything against them, it's just not normally my kind of aesthetics. I really liked the sci-fi, like near future, whatever you call that genre, the Zenless normally has going on. But no, the new characters are fun. Oh, classic Hawk. So I want to get into Zenless, but I still can't. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. So you can at least go see all the cute character designs when Osho and I post them in the Discord, so that covers the important stuff, really. Very easy to throw yourself in the ocean in this game, yeah, I see that. Took a while to get into the new story chapter, but as soon as I got to the free exploration, I was kind of hooked again. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the template for going forward, is they're going to have free exploration of the hollows. That's kind of fun. What I do wish is that they'd add some side quests to do in the hollow that isn't just immediately available. Because I kind of just rushed through and accomplished all the content in the first week. And I don't really have any reason to go back other than just to get some of the crafting materials. Also pulled Yishuan early, which helped. Yeah, she's they really just introduced a whole new mechanic that invalidates most of the roster, and then introduced a character that specifically bypasses the new mechanic. Which, yep, sounds about right. That is kind of how these kinds of gacha games work, but I did find it funny. It's interesting we don't lose rings for falling into the water, but it does reset all the rings in the overworld. So now I'm going really slow, I'm just vibing while I'm trying to interact with chat. Psyloop skill can now be learned. Skill points you've accumulated is shown on the right lower right of the screen. Go to the skill menu to unlock it. I see, so we've got 2 skill points. Psyloop. Run around while leaving a light trail. After creating an enclosure with the light trail and then releasing the button, various effects can happen. Interesting. You know, get anything in the game? Really? Thinking of picking up Cyberpunk on the Switch too, but I definitely don't have time for that. Yeah. I've heard the port does actually run surprisingly good on the Switch too, which I was not expecting at all, considering how rough it runs on PC to this day. But I guess they did a really good job with optimization. But yeah, that is another long RPG. Like, I had 200 hours in the game. Granted, I did like everything. I went and did all the optional objectives and everything, but still. Yeah, that's a big time sink. Yes, it's free to unlock this. Seems like a pretty small skill tree, but cool. CD Projekt Red definitely learned the lesson with that one. Yeah. Sonic Boom. Only have 106 hours in the game, and you also did everything. Yeah, I also just quick hacked everything, which generally is a little bit slower than running and gunning. And all the scanners and all the gigs. I'll just quick hack most things, fair enough. Stealth. Stealth gameplay. Combo meter's maxed out. Phantom Rush is activated, resulting in attacks being 1.2 times more powerful. And Rush lasts until the combo meter reaches 0. Sure. Oh, never mind. I don't have enough skill points that cost 3. So hold Y and run in a circle. Be sure to close circle before releasing Y. Using the open field, not only rings can be found, but also memory tokens and seeds. Perhaps a rare item as well. I see. So can you just grind that indefinitely to farm all the resources? Is that how that works? I can see how that could be game breaking if you're patient enough. If you do an A figure, you also get infinite boost for a time. That's fun. You just boost and do loops. It'll take me a little bit to get used to that control scheme. Oh. Sonic boost with the maximum number of rings, he can run at even higher speeds while emitting blue lightning around him. When count is reduced, it'll revert back to normal boost. I am speed! Fun. Assassin's Creed Shadows, another one you've been playing. It's honestly far better than it has any right to be. I haven't heard anything about it. Good to know. I wonder if I'm supposed to do the light dash here. Doesn't seem to be an option though. Can I make a circle around this? Does that do anything? It does. Oh. Yeah, I'm glad Assassin's Creed is trying to find its footing again. So I feel like it kind of got off the rails a little bit. I remember playing, no, I didn't even play it. I was watching someone else play Valhalla, and it was just so grindy looking. Do you recommend doing those little challenges? They get linked by a rail that can serve as a pseudo-fast travel without teleporting. Nice. That makes sense, so that's what this is. Way to connect different areas. So remove the fog on the map as you do them. Yeah, I did notice that. Which is fun. Yeah, so we can go all the way back here. Cool. Zoom. Usopp definitely hasn't made great choices. Yeah. Doesn't help that everyone's currently chasing live service games and no one wants to actually play any of them. You can teleport to any level and I think NPCs from the map, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, I'm a big fan of just running between places as long as movement is fun. I still maintain that is the #1 thing you have to do in an open world game. If you want people to enjoy your open world game, movement from place to place has to be fun. If your movement is not fun, then people will not enjoy playing your game. The rest of the game can be pretty anemic, as long as your movement is satisfying. And Sonic is a good starting point for that. Oops. Good news about the open world zone Stellar Blade then? Nice. Yeah, because I mean, like, Nier Automata has, like, a lot of, like, platforming-ish segments that aren't required, but do allow you to, like, make shortcuts to places. The air dash is really satisfying to use, and you can upgrade it to get a lot of distance out of the air dashing. So like even a game that's not about movement, getting the movement is important there. Something like what else? Same with Cyberpunk actually. Air dashing is really satisfying to get around, but also like driving cars around. If driving cars around is fun, I think it'd be fun just to do that.
Return to the digital dimension again.
That's these obelisk
Use
things.
that gear to bridge the gap between dimensions.
I see. Activated portals can be activated with portal gears. Jump on the portal's pedestal and insert the portal gear. I see. That makes sense. But we got stuff to do here. We got collectibles. Windmill Isle Day. Nice, we're unlocking new music. Kill with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for you. Traversing the open world was tedious. Yeah, that makes sense. And it wasn't as bad in the first one because the world was relatively smaller. But then they changed it. I find it the BS that it's hard mode. Yeah. Oh, it's a capsule of the rings. Cool. Alright, I suppose I should insert the portal gear. Inside with the chest icon too? That makes sense.
It is not enough to make the connection. One gear will not suffice. Hunt down another target and take its gear.
I see. So you need multiple gears to unlock areas. Ominous. Tower. That is indeed a tower. Oh jeez, it's attacking. Lock on with right stick and press RB to dodge. Fast and normal movement, especially avoiding enemy attacks. While in midair, there's no need to lock on to an enemy to dodge. Cool. So I got a dodge attack. And we can break up the segments. I see. I was wondering how this works. Okay, now there's a spiky section. I see, so I wait for it to slam and then I can attack above it. Makes sense. Alright, can I just straight up jump over it? Yes and no. There we go. Kaboom!
Use the gear as you have.
Yeah, I know how the gears work now. Earn any rings on the open world, don't forget you can just do a quick side loop and you'll have some. Yeah, that makes sense. It's still kind of ridiculous. Oh, you can do a really small circle too. I feel like this should not be a thing. Circle size doesn't matter, yeah. There we go, supercharged. You have another skill point already too. Phantom Rush, sure. And I'm gonna do air tricks. Turn skill pieces. So like the cutscene plays every time, understandable. Alrighty. Unlock the gate. The skill trees are just mandatory in every game now. Yeah. Has been. Skill trees and levels. They have a multiplayer component. They need daily and weekly achievements. I mean, even Sonic Forces has weekly tasks or whatever. Which is insane. That's the single player game. Homing attack and then cancel stop. There we go. Side loop, I know how to do that. Right trigger. Oh, boost. Double jump, right trigger. Homing attack. Yep. And then you can wall run. Hold both bumpers. I see. Parry is very easy to use. I see that. So to hold it, it'll trigger when you get hit. Yeah. Don't even have to time it. Exit the loading screen if you want to. Oh yeah. Pain is also just every game now. Yep, every game is now Dark Souls. Oh hey, I remember this from which one? This was Generations. Oh, I mean, it was in Generations. Where is it from? Is this from Colors? No. Oh, I tell you, you can turn off tutorials? Yeah, makes sense. Still, it was useful for practice, actually. Very level OST in the game. It's pretty fun. Zoom. Oh, there were rings I could have taken. Oh well. Oh, tutorials, they'll do that every time you have a loading screen. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's why you turn them off. And Mr. Red Ring did not finish with the S rank time. As expected. So let's see. Training during loading and game overs, I see. You can turn that off. Oh, you can change your speeds? Interesting. Why wouldn't you just max that out? Bounce height? And why would you ever want these to not be maxed out? I mean, I guess there must be a reason. Just accessibility options? I guess so. Interesting. I turned on max because it's making your eyes hurt. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, the RPG Dark Souls gotcha-fication of every game. The industry follows trends. Go figure. Even when it doesn't necessarily make sense for it to. No, doing max because max bounce brings you basically everywhere. Makes sense. The ball was unsealed and it's got the Chaos Emerald in it. Okay. So we want to go find that, I guess. And I restored this bridge. I feel like Sonic could have jumped that anyway. You're going fast enough. Get the Chaos Emerald. Yes, sir. No, tell your game was basically Genshinified and made much worse for it. That's too bad. Can't say I'm surprised though. I'm sure they figured those franchises have a lot of overlap. That's too bad. There's the chest icon you mentioned. Nice. This reminds me of like shovels in Zelda, where there's like items on the floor everywhere under the ground, but it's usually minor. This one you can do anywhere. It's more fun. Planet Wisp. I know that one. That also had a decent OST if I remember correctly. Oh, the Styx is back here. I see. There we go. There's clips here which knew exactly what trends worked for it. Yeah. Very intentionally designed game from everything I've seen. That's the advantage of when you're a smaller studio. You're not just handed a laundry list of features that you have to integrate into the game from the start. Souls-like level design in turn-based RPG is honestly quite good. Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of earlier RPGs kind of did that sort of lock and key level design. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, that is definitely a good design principle. Shares the code the Coco. They seem to be lost. Look at their elder and return them to him. The elder will surely offer a reward for the return, whether increasing Sonic speed or ring capacity. I see. So be on the lookout for an elder of some kind. I guess we'll grab the Chaos Emerald. Definitely did in theory, but not as much on the nose. That's true. That's fair. Like getting Cocos and not bringing them because they appear around you when you're idle and it's kind of cute. Nice. A Chaos Emerald. Chaos? We're here to kill Chaos. All leads back to Metroidvanias and Zeldas at the end of the day. Yep, exactly. Yeah, the real takeaway is that game design peaked with Link to the Past, and we've never improved on it. Obviously. Zoom. Oh, that's a big enemy thing. Ever play Link to the Past, so it's your obligation to disagree. Fair enough. Dark Souls is just Zelda, big game playing a 3D Metroidvania map. I mean, I would argue Zelda is already a 3D Metroidvania map. At least the older Zeldas. Like, I mean, you're gonna tell me Ocarina of Time is not a Metroidvania? You unlock abilities in dungeons that allow you to access secrets and areas and other places on the map. So if that's not a Metroidvania, I don't know what is. Sonic is free to explore the island and gather Chaos Emeralds. Try solving nearby challenges, avoid getting lost, and unlock more of the map. Yep. Explorer's treasure box has been redeemed, the following items have been acquired. Amy's memory tokens, Chaos Emerald vault keys, Colonel Island portal gear. Change the music on the islands by pressing that. Hold it to open the item list. Sound memories hidden along islands to unlock more songs. Makes sense. Soon we'll all agree that everything is a Metroidvania. I don't know that everything's a Metroidvania, but I do think Metroidvanias are peak design, and more games need to pull from them. I think some of my favorite retro games are effectively Metroidvanias. Is Haka Metroidvania? I don't know. Could be. Also, I will still die on the hill on the subject of Metroid games specifically, that Metroid Fusion is not a Metroidvania. I will die on this hill. In an action chain challenge by using side loop on the start mark, and the time limit, chain together multiple actions and objects to fill the chain gauge. At the hedgehog that said it was never about chivalry for me, I just got to do what I got to do, that all. Maybe it is. Hello, hello, hello. So here's the one where they introduced the parasite. Yeah, the X-Parasite. And the stealth sections. But in that one, half the upgrades were just, here is the red key. It opens the red doors to the red area where you can progress the story. Yeah, you can go back in old areas, but you don't need to. There's just optional upgrades, and there's only a few of them. But the area progression is incredibly linear from area to area to area, and your unlock is always just the key to the door to the next area. Outer Wilds is a Metroidvania, just that you acquire knowledge instead of abilities. It is. Not as much as it could be, though. I do think it's a useful comparison, but I still wouldn't call it a... I've thought about it. A lot of people have been like, oh, Outer Wilds is a Metroidvania, where you use knowledge to progress. And there is a lot of that, but there's not as much like, oh, now that I know how to do this thing, I can do it everywhere. Like, I feel like that is something that sets apart a true Metroidvania, for me at least, is that it's not you get one specific key to unlock one specific door. It's you get this ability, and now a bunch of things everywhere are available to you. And there's reasons to go back to areas you've already been to use what you've now acquired or learned. Yeah. Metroidvania is useful for discussion, at least. Absolutely. It definitely has some things like that. But, like, Outer Wilds is very much key lock puzzles, except the keys are knowledge rather than a physical item or ability. But they're usually one-use things. You'll learn a thing in an area that allows you to progress a puzzle in a different area, but there's still just the one puzzle where that applies. It's not so much general knowledge, usually. I think that's the distinction for me, I think. I don't know if that's officially part of anyone's Metroidvania definitions, but at least that's what sets apart a good Metroidvania for me, I'll put it that way. Not that Outer Wilds is not a good game. Outer Wilds is an amazing game. But I wouldn't say it's like super Metroidvania-esque. And multiple actions and objects fill the chain gauge. The chain gauge fills up, score with player will increase. Okay. Speed of Cocoa hidden across the islands. New Cocoa is so rare that it counts for several regular Cocoa. If you take them to Elder Cocoa, you'll power up your boost gauge as a reward. Oh, a lot of stuff's happening. And we've instantly unlocked 2 Chaos Emerald vaults. Because they gave us keys. Oh, there they are. Hello. The reason Metroidvania is so important for game design, in my opinion, is that it's definitely by core game design philosophies that will never not be relevant. Yeah. Like, it's just good design. How you make good use out of your environments. Give people reasons to explore. And you can do that in pretty much any game type. Even like first-person shooters can have, you know, area exploration. Like finding secrets was a classic thing in, you know, the first-person shooter, Doom. And secret areas that you had to explore to find. Showing the lock before the key is such a simple game design concept, and it's so important to make people feel good about their journey. Yep. I think that is, yeah, just a generic game design principle is you want to show the player an obstacle, whether that's a literal obstacle like that you need a key to progress through, or an enemy type that is hard to fight, or you know, an element that you don't have any resistances to. And then once they've struggled against the obstacle, they've gotten annoyed enough, but not too annoyed by its existence, then you give them the solution, and you let them feel good about you applying the solution to overcome the obstacle. You can introduce difficult enemies that the player isn't ready to fight yet, and the player gets annoyed at not being able to fight them yet, and then the player gets more powerful, and now they can fight them. And then you give them time to go and beat up those enemies now and feel good about being able to do that. You have doors that you can't open yet because you don't have the right beam in Metroid, and you let them see a bunch of those doors and get annoyed that they can't open them, and then give them the beam and let them go back and open them all and give them rewards for doing so. It's just a core game design principle. And I think the games that don't do it well will just immediately give you the solution to the problem without letting you struggle against it first. So you're just like, okay, I guess this is just the mandatory thing I need to progress. Little things they added to the games you play, like Jukebox the Coco's not all being the same model. Yeah. That's fun. I'm glad that they went in and added more things. Can I just spin attack them all? Not spin attack, homing attack. M03, so is that the third minigame? So mark to mark off an area of interest on the map. Just mark with X, press X again to delete it. Cool. We'll need to have a game talk again someday soon. Yeah. I mean, honestly, maybe in the next few weeks, you can do a first half of 2025 recap. I have basically freed up my weekends now, so my weekends are set aside just for streaming. So I'm down pretty much any Saturday or Sunday. You be down? Dope. Yeah, I'll DM you, I guess, if I remember to after the stream. That'd be fun. There's definitely a lot of games to talk about. A lot of stuff that has been released and that will be upcoming and will release. Cool, cool, cool. Works for me. And then there were probably some games last year that haven't had a chance to talk about on stream either. I'd have to sit down and look at the release list. It's already all a blur for me. But yeah. Rails get connected, they mentioned that. Red seeds of power, blue seeds of defense. Ah, I wonder what those are used for. Okay. So you struggle to pick a game of the year, and this year you struggle even more. There are a lot of good games that have come out already this year. That's going to be an interesting one. Having not played it yet, it sounds like Exposition 33 is probably top of most people's lists. Just the vibe I'm getting from social media. But there's still plenty of months left in the year for that to change. I have no idea what it would be for me. I haven't even played most of them yet. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, definitely going to be a very competitive year. Definitely in your top 3 right now. Nice. Oh. Search for friends. What am I looking for? I don't understand. I'm supposed to be collecting these? Split Fiction, Blueprints, Expedition 33 in no particular order. Nice. Oh yeah, that's a big guy. Oh. I didn't mean to activate that boss fight. I've heard Split Fiction is good, actually. I do want to pick that up. Maybe I'll get a PS5 for that. Blueprints unfortunately falls off hard in the late game. Yeah, I've heard that it's got pacing issues. That would set up. Is there a 10-10 to a 7-10 if you do late game? That's unfortunate. Not sure I entirely understood that minigame, but cool. See, how do I get the map? There it is. I do want to play Blueprints, probably on stream. Set it after you play because you never did that. Okay, cool. Probably not important then. My problem with its design is puzzle game, but also roguelite, yeah. Yeah, having a roguelite with a difficult win condition means that you're going to be seeing the first part of the game a lot. Which, I guess with like a puzzle game, there's not a lot of replayability there, so I can see how that could be an issue. It's an interesting concept, though. I will definitely be playing it on stream at some point. I don't know when, but at some point. Maybe after the Sonic Marathon. Can't say too much about it without spoiling things. Yeah, that's fair. That's exactly that kind of game, isn't it? But yeah, I'm very curious. I've had several people recommend it to me because they're like, hey, you liked Outer Wilds, you like this too. And I have no idea if that's true or not. And it definitely doesn't sound quite like Outer Wilds, but I'm at least curious to try. Not expecting it to be the same, but certainly in terms of creativity. Hey, Carrick. How's it going? Use Psyloop, that makes sense. They did mention that I can do that on defensive enemies, that's right. I did see you were streaming earlier, Carrick. Sorry I couldn't make it. But hope you had a good stream. How's Sock Saturday? It's going. Had a slow morning, but that's for the best. And to deal with my Twitter account potentially being hacked, so that's fun. Finish the cars off. Nice. What's this? It's like a bomb. That's Amy.
You?
Hello? Is someone there? Help me!
Sounds more like a robot.
Maybe messing with the ruins will fix things.
So what do you get for your recipe 1234? Password 1234? Yeah. That's my bad. No, that's the confusing part, because it has a unique password through my password manager. It's got two-factor authentication. Of these heart-shaped tokens, Amy's memory tokens, free Amy. Amy's memory tokens can be obtained by exploring the island, fishing with Psyloop. Cool. But they somehow managed to change to a different two-factor authentication system, so it's no longer accepting my 2FA codes. And they bought X Premium, years worth of X Premium using my saved credit card info, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to dispute that.
Are you alright?
Me? You're the one who's only half here.
But Twitter support has not been helpful so far.
That energy that was holding me prisoner went into you.
I've been infused with weird zappy stuff before. Besides, I feel like it gave me some kind of boost.
Well, in that case, we need to get moving. If I was trapped, I'm sure Tails was too.
Yeah, I said, hey, I think my past account's been taken over.
Deal?
And Twitter support was like, no. As far as we can tell, you still have access to your account, so fuck you. Basically. Kind of psychopath buys Twitter Premium. Someone shilling their crypto scheme, probably.
Be empowered with this technique.
But I thought we were collecting keys. How can I also be the key? Nothing Musk has ever had a hand in has had functional support. Yeah. I'm not surprised, but I am disappointed. I don't use Twitter for anything particularly important, but I do have some alts that I use for some other communities that I'm worried might die if I try to charge back. But such is life. I kind of expected I'd eventually have to abandon all usage of X. Can't be disappointed if you have no expectations, that is true. That was my first mistake. Let's get back into streaming. I'll probably stick to Blue Sky. Yeah, same. I just completely abandoned social media for the most part, outside of Discord and Reddit, but if I started posting reliably, I would probably do it on Blue Sky. It's Twitter, but actually, like, less bad. Still full of political stuff, which is a shame, but it's at least political stuff that doesn't contradict my worldview as much. So I don't think Blue Sky is much better than Twitter, but I think it's a hot take still. Now, the main feed for the first, like, month or so was not all political stuff. And then, now it is, which is a shame, because I really liked that it wasn't just the political side of Twitter. Main appeal to Blue Sky to use that it's just not owned by a person you loathe. You know, that is a... yeah, fair. As you know, at least, yeah. The Blue Sky owner is also not great, but he's not quite as colossal of an asshole. So, that does make a big difference. Just a regular scummy billionaire. First while Blue Sky front page was artists with actual information, it was cool. Yeah. Started off so great. Honestly, if someone pitched a social media where the entire point was that they actively filtered political posts out of the algorithm, I'd sign up for it in a heartbeat. Show me cool art and pet photos. Stop showing me all of the hatred and division going on in the world. I don't need to see more of it. I see enough of it already in life. Here we go. Not a hard bar to be under. Yep. Oh, this looks like a puzzle. Oh. I see. Simple enough. Nice. Filling out the map slowly. Had a friend try to shut down your 7 for this game because the puzzles look like they were made for babies. Even if the puzzles are easy, that doesn't mean that they're bad. I think it's actually really important for games to have easy puzzles. Gives you some variety without actually having to stress out the player. Puzzles are too political for your taste. Someone you're sure. Not sure how that would work. But also, I'm not a capital G gamer.
Begging to be climbed. Imagine the view.
Now, that does look like a tall tower. Oh, hey. Where does this go? Can I? Nope. Ah. Being the witness. One of the few creators that I actively dislike. I'm just saying a lot, because I don't actively dislike very many things. Purple coins are unique coins that are used in purple portals. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game. I'm not sure what that was, but I did it. Man, this is a big game. Special Cocoa, they give you a few of them. Oh, that makes sense. I see. I didn't get a good look at it, but that makes sense. So I do the story, follow the marker. Yeah, I probably should just do that. There's so much to see. My my completionist brain is in overdrive. Jonathan Blow, Phil Fish, Peter Molyneux, Cliff Bleszinski. That's true. There are a couple. Like, I don't even have any great reasons to dislike Jonathan Blow. He's just egotistical. It's not like he's, you know, evil or an abuser or anything. It's just that he has way too many concepts of him being an amazing game designer despite only making 2 games, one of which isn't all that great. And also not even really understanding what makes his games great. That's another part of the problem. Like, Braid was pretty decent, but... Oh. Nah. That was too close. Oh, is that the Elder? No, that's just one of the big ones. I see. One of the special ones they mentioned. Rather unlikable individual, yeah. Break that. There we go. Kind of surprised those things don't have their own full separate health bars. Well, interesting. Yeah, people like Kojima and Yoko Taro know exactly like what they're about. Yeah, like... I mean, Kojima does definitely have an ego. But at least he's less about telling what other people should do. Kojima straight up saying he's disappointed Death Stranding 2 wasn't divisive enough. Yeah. No, ego's not necessarily a bad thing, you're right. Kaboom! There's another portal gear. That makes sense. I think I might also be tired and that's short-circuiting my brain a little. That sounds about right. Yeah. I don't mind when creators are egotistical, that's true. It's only when they are presumed that they are God's gift to game design and tell other people that they're doing things wrong. And being wrong about it. I'm mostly mad when people are wrong, actually. I guess that's the takeaway. Which isn't very fair at all. Because people are wrong most of the time. I dislike people I disagree with. There we go. I think that's the takeaway. Pretentious, yeah. I dislike people I disagree with who are the kind of people that would tell me I'm wrong for disagreeing with them. Confidently incorrect people, yeah. Because someone like the head of Baldur's Gate 3 had a lot of spicy takes on why Baldur's Gate 3 was good and other games weren't. Some of those takes weren't correct, but I didn't find him annoying, so I didn't complain about him. Leslie Benzies. I don't know if I've heard any of their takes. There are definitely plenty of people that are wrong, but I'm like, I disagree, but I still respect your opinion because I see where you're coming from, even though I think you're wrong for it. So I don't know where the line is. Line's kind of arbitrary. I got an A rank that time, nice. Get the Chaos Emerald. Well, the stages have been very short so far. I don't know if that changes or if that's just what the game is like. But they got all the open world segments, so I can't complain really. That evens it out. Oh, we got a cutscene. Arbitrarily just like, people, how dare you be human? I know, I'm ashamed of myself too. Oh, pretty short? That makes sense. This feels like the Doom dimension.
I appear to be in a digital dimension. I've employed similar constructs in my own systems, but this is markedly more advanced.
Or GTA director thought he was hotshot only for his new game to massively flop. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh yeah, is that the what's the game's name? Yeah, the GTA like. It is actually really bad. Aggressively mediocre.
It won't stop me from trying.
And he was like, there's paid opposition to my game. Whoever that was. Yeah, that was Mind's Eye. Yep, that's the one. Yeah. I mean, if your mind is all publicity is good publicity, I guess that is a valid strategy, but yeah, what a take. What a wild individual. Portal has its own set of missions. Completing missions reward Chaos Emerald Vault Keys. Yeah, I knew that already. Yeah. Yep, that is definitely a kind of person that it is hard to like. Predicting streamer was going to do a sponsor stream vote, which was canceled as he was just about to start the game. Yep, that was the thing. So the game is incredibly buggy because they did not test it on PCs other than what they had in house, which is like rule number 1 of major releases. Alright, where am I going now? And do I have skill points? I've got 2 skill points. Those cost 5 each. Okay, that'll be a while. Is that a Chaos Emerald? Have I not gotten that Chaos Emerald yet? I guess not. No, I have. Yeah. So I guess the icon is just there then. Like, oh, you haven't gotten all the challenges on these stages yet. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Has this not been completed yet? Is that the... Yeah, this one that I was confused about. 102. Is this 1-1? Yeah, that makes sense. I'll just ignore those for now. I'll head towards the quest marker. Oh. Interesting. Did I just happen to guess the right one? Apparently. Oh, it's even clearing up some of the spots further back in the level. I was wondering about that. That makes sense. I guess I could have used either of these. Oh no, they're different heights. I see. Interesting. Well, I just skipped ahead by hitting the right one. Very cool. And I guess these little guys tend to be just laying around in some of the areas. Doo-doo. Elder Coco can raise Sonic's top speed and maximum ring capacity. So that's the big guy then. Oh, they're a quick little fellow, aren't you? Name's Sonic, and that says it all. You don't seem like the rest of these little mask guys. You're called Coco, and we've endured since ancient times. It has been lost to time, so please simply call me Elder Coco. It's my job to look after all the little ones, but over time I've lost track of so many. Lady, you can only level one thing at a time with the Elder Coco. It was a pain. I hate it when there's unskippable cutscenes like that. So I may ask you to return my charges to me. Sure thing, Gramps. If I see anyone with my friends, I'll bring them back to you. To your hero, happily reward you for your efforts. See, I can do 2 things for you. Increase your speed or raise the maximum capacity of your rings. What we have here. This gauge raised. Sad for a change. Sorry to back so many safely. Shall I begin? Use everything to increase speed, everything to raise ring capacity. 1 level. Yeah, that makes sense. And it goes all the way up to level 99. I was not there at the Hermit Coco levels up attack and defense. Interesting. Do I want ring capacity or speed more? I don't even know. I guess ring capacity. Well, the 1 to 3. Is the max capacity rings. Invigorating, isn't it? Well, Sonic, take care of yourself, my dear Coco. Whack. It's an interesting ability. Almost. Oh. Now just let go just a little bit too early. There we go. Kaboom! Having a little raise the roof of the rings. Yeah, we leveled up twice and it increased it by 6 each. That's gonna take a while. I guess might as well get started on it early, right? I got a key. Max is obviously 199. Makes sense. Alright, Chaos Emerald number 2. Alrighty. Oh. Hi, big guy. Love the scene.
Whoa.
He is very big. Kaiju sized.
I guess that's one of the Titans keeping Amy trapped.
That makes sense. The mission: defeat the Titans. Hey, Sage.
Whoa.
You leave immediately.
Where'd you come from? Are you trapped too?
Do not approach the Titan.
Sorry, kid, but I've got a job to do.
If we are fortunate, it will destroy you.
Yep, let's go. I like the glitchy effects. Yeah, it's fun. Okay. Homing attack chain. I know how this works. And really convenient when the boss knocks you up to a point where you can hit its head. Oh. Sonic guy needed. So I guess we're not defeating that Titan today. Classic win in the gameplay, losing the cutscene. Yeah, it just gets thrown, just yeeted.
Okay. I'm not taking that thing down the traditional way. I'm gonna need the Chaos Emeralds. And maybe a little bit of luck.
Alrighty. Hermit Cocoa, the red seeds of power to raise Sonic's attack, no blue seeds of defense to raise Sonic's defense. Haha. The tall one. Nice to meet, Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think we've met. Just like the Cocoa, you have touched the digital realm, and like most, I know how to listen to it and hear of its secrets. To hear it properly, though, I must keep to myself. Call me a hermit if you like. It is the path I have chosen. You found any seeds in your travels? These things that the robots sometimes drop? Indeed, I will unlock their power and pass it on to you. Alright, there's no choice here, they just use all of them. Makes sense. Give me more seeds and I'll give you more power in return. Seeds of power will make you strike harder, seeds of defense will make you sturdier. It's pretty cool. So are you. And so you are, Hermit. It all comes from listening to the whispers of the digital dream. So you run into that lazy old sibling of mine. You've awakened a great power within you. Even more lies untapped. But I can do a better job of balancing that energy. What do you say? Take all the help I can get. Wait and listen for so long. What would you like me to do? So we can swap between speed and rings, I see. That's fun. I think we're fine where we are, though. Tartan, return to the dream. Let me rest. Okay. So I got kicked all the way up here. There's still stuff to do back there. Really don't think speed and rings matter all that much. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Got a smattering of of the map. We're still missing most of it. I appreciate the camera always recenters, showing you where the collectible is. It's really nice, so you don't have to hunt around for it. There you are. How's it going, little guys? There's another tower enemy over there. Oh, right. I am a speed. Challenges mostly to your right is only doable at night. I see. Telling you because it's night. I see. How do I activate it? There's no tutorial for this one. Unlike moves. I see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Got it. Oh. Way too fast. Light doesn't appear during the day, so it's only doable at night. That makes sense. You know, like, our particle physics are hard to see during the day, so we'll just not let you do it during the day. Simple enough. There we go. And a little bit more. Grab that.
Eggman tech. It seems abandoned, though. Still, I better keep on my toes.
On the toes. And of course, there's treasure right below. Very nice. Can I break these? No. I can't get inside either. Looks like. Zoom. Telespringing probably a good playtesters, yeah. There's definitely a lot of quality of life improvements.
Yo, Amy. Who's your friend?
Oh,
Ah, yes, of course. I understood everything.
this Coco says they need to find their one true love before it's too late.
Oh boy.
I'm too shy to express their feelings, but if they don't do it now, they may never get the chance.
Speaking from experience here?
Got all that, huh?
I I feel like the dimension I'm in is translating for me. It's strange, but feels natural.
Well, we always had a knack for weird insights. Who am I to argue?
Well, don't you worry. We'll reunite you with your lost love.
When is the talking rock turn into Pauline?
Again, who am I to argue?
And that was a... I would never have expected Nintendo to pull that kind of social media bait marketing gimmick. So fascinating to me. Like, respect, honestly. Oh. Ashura. Sure, why not? I'm already here. And see why upping attack power would be nice. Oh. Dang it. Thanks, that Radiohazu. Someone probably had the idea of a bait and switch internally very early on in development. Yeah. So, I mean, they had like full-on playable footage for The Rock. Kind of crazy. There we go. It's interesting to me that this thing has one shared hitbox, and it's at certain thresholds that it breaks whichever arm you happen to be attacking. But it's when you hit that threshold on the overall character health bar. It's an interesting choice. Please don't stun lock me. You know what? We'll just grab some rings real quick. Whack, whack, whack. There we go. Kaboom! Grab that gear. I missed it. There's a jump there. There we go. Hourglass. Something uniquely Sonic about the way these bosses are defeated. Yeah. And it's still weird, but also very much classic and modern at the same time. It's a very good balance. Yeah, feels a lot like the earlier like Sonic Adventure bosses in a lot of ways. I can wall run right. Yep. There we go. I think Sonic Adventures of Fighting Chaos 4 3 times for some reason. Yeah, okay, well, they weren't all bangers. But it feels a lot like something like the Eggman robots. So Sage is chilling here. Hi, Sage. Have these, I guess. You're not Amy. Chaos! here to kill Chaos.
Yo, don't you think that Titan was kinda overkill?
You are an enemy to be eliminated, and you are powerless compared to its might.
Maybe as I am, but I'm willing to bet I can handle it as supersonic. All I need are the Chaos Emeralds.
Doubtful. In any scenario, the end results will not change. Additionally, what you seek is in its presence. You've lost the battle before it has even begun.
It has a Chaos Emerald. What? How am I gonna deal with that? Sonic's voice feels off in this game somehow. Honestly, a lot of the voice acting does, but I don't know what's up with it. It's not his classic voice, but it's the one that's been in the past few games, I think. Unless I'm misremembering. Oh, there's a long whatchamacallit? Wide window. Sounds normal. That's true, he's not really doing like a cartoony voice. There we go. That power up. Yeah, I'm not gonna do those time trial ones if I don't have to. More Amy stuff. No, Amy's voice is also not the classic Amy voice, and that was throwing me off. Forces Frontiers and Sonic Shadow Generations. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's not movie Sonic. That is true.
Sonic, over here.
Sonic just spinning out in the background. Classic.
This poor mother says she's lost her children. Can you lead them back here, please?
Sure thing.
Sonic voice acting should be wild and over the top or just bad. There shouldn't be any good serious voice acting. It's true. And they could go back to their mother while avoiding the bombs, getting 3 times a failed quest. Oh boy, it's a minigame. Okay, we are herding Cocos that drop bombs. It's a little bit rude. Did I get them all? Heck so. Hurry up, it says. Sonic's also a problem for you personally because the same guy voices Dewey Duck and DuckTales and you can't unhear it. That would do it. Oh! Coco randomly had a Chaos Emerald, cool. Good job, Sonic. Oh, we're gonna get Chaos Emerald so fast at this rate. Yay! We herded them 100 feet. Good job. And now they're producing some kind of energy. It seems ominous. Oh, now they're dead. Oh, okay.
Okay. We'll keep looking.
Now they're dead. Yay.
Sonic, they act like none of that happened.
Do we even know what that was?
No, but I got a sense of completion, comfort.
Weird. Now let's keep moving. I want to wrap up our time here ASAP.
Sounds good to me.
Everyone's way too happy about them being dead. Is this a cannibal cult? You don't remember that time Sonic hated the death cult? Yep, exactly. That's what we're dealing with here. Jonestown. Drinking the Flavor-Aid. Not to be confused with Kool-Aid. They were too cheap to buy Kool-Aid. They got the off-brand stuff. You're the only one down there. Looks like it. Grab you. Wasn't even Kool-Aid. Yeah. Disappointing. I mean, disappointing for a variety of reasons. Pretty minor reason in the grand scheme of things. Grand scheme of things. And it still became a saying, yep. Never let the reality get in the way of a good meme. That's the takeaway there. We've done this already. Alright, we can't see half the map. Oh yeah, I've got 2 gears. Is that sufficient? Why is it about Minecraft anyways? You know. Because they want it to be. Yeah. And it's like all digital and stuff. Now, speaking of animated movies, how about the Minecraft movie, huh? That was a thing. Ooh. That's fun. Chicken jockey! That's what the kids say, yep, I believe so. Oh, you know, Minecraft movies feel being awful? Yeah. Kind of blows my mind that a TikTok trend can be about destroying property. Like, surely you have enough self-awareness to realize that that's a bad idea. And there's, like, consequences. What is like a drinking game? There you go. That's probably the best way to experience it, honestly. Every time Jack Black says something, it's a reference to the video games. Take a shot. When they say chicken jockey. Showing property and self-harm the only TikTok trends? No, there's plenty that aren't. Those are just the ones that everyone else hears about. Because they cause problems for people outside of TikTok. There's plenty of inane, stupid ones that don't make a difference. Yep. Got 3 vault keys, wow! We have most of them already, feels like. We did get 10 of them from just like DLC or something, I think. So that gave us a big leg up. Zoom. I'm not gonna make it! Rest in peace. It's no use! Man, we got a lot of them.
No way! I can't believe this!
Exactly. Oh, did I not add It's No Use as a sound redeem? I should really do that.
How you feeling, Amy? I mean, what's
And
it
that's a
like
good one.
being all ghosty?
Honestly, I don't feel that different since you helped clear my mind. I guess it feels kind of detached.
So for the fourth Sonic movie, I wouldn't be surprised.
Flown around in a dream.
R.I.P. Sonic, everyone knows hedgehogs die when they get wet. True.
That's what it feels like to me, anyway. I just wish I could finally land and be whole again.
Yeah, hang in there, Amy. I'll figure something out.
She's looking less glitchy than she was the first time, I think. Unless that's just the placebo effect. And I've just forgotten. Also, I have skills to unlock. I should do that. Air tricks. That's all. I'm in the air, just move the control stick. Simple enough. Figure might as well do something that's going to earn us bonus skill points as we run around. Stomp attacking. I always like doing stomp attacks. Mid-air combo. That also says that it unlocked will automatically activate during combos. Damage will be reduced. I'd forget about that for sure. I throw by attacking successfully, execute the on-screen power before he hits the ground. You can immediately counter with the recovery smash. Day-head spinning attack, homing shot. Interesting. Quick side loop. Loop kick. Yeah, based on Creamer Riot. Guess we'll see. Yeah, Amy and Metal Sonic at least are confirmed. It's entirely possible they do more than that. I don't know, I've been enjoying those movies. They're good, wholesome family films. Very much reminds me of the CGI animals in the real world trends from like the early 2000s. That was a big deal. Alvin and the Chipmunks and the like. Haven't seen Sonic 3? It's fun. I'm a fan. I do think they... Sally Acorn, that would be a twist. Yeah. I do feel like they lean into Eggman's antics a little bit too much in the Sonic movies. Probably because that's the main way they can get adults to watch it, but... I feel like it did detract from the rest of the story a little bit in some cases. And what else? Into the tower. Did all that. I guess we can keep following the quest markers. Oh, that's a different enemy type. Ninja. Just do feel earned in your opinion. Watching Jim Carrey's evolution through the movie is a spectacle in and of itself. That's fair. I mean, it is a lot of fun. I'll have to give them that. They're not wrong. Alright, parrying. Nope. Rings. There we go. Now the producers are having too much fun watching Jim Carrey as Eggman, and Jim Carrey's having too much fun in the role. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad decision. I just feel like the rest of the cast feel very sidelined in the third one. And I'm glad they had fun making the movies, don't feel as forced as they could have been. That is very true. Movies do just feel fun, which is more than I could say for a lot of corporate stuff. Got it. So as I'm punching, I press B. He does a slam finisher. Simple enough. Where did the afternoon go? Back in a bit, gotta figure out what to take out for dinner. Alright. Yeah, I'll be ending stream here in a few minutes too. I also need to get dinner. Might do a good stopping point. Dread the live action Zelda. Yep. Yep. I don't know how that could be good. Like, I don't see the vision. It's possible, but I don't see the vision. Like, Link's a silent protagonist, and no one is actually going to do that for a movie. So they're going to have to give him a personality, and I don't know if there's any good way to do that. And like, you could maybe make it like cartoony and campy, but you really want that to be animated instead of live action. Adapt Wand of Gamelon. That would be hilarious. Maybe just didn't have Link. Could they do that? Like, I mean, no, physically, obviously they can, but I don't know. I don't know if they can get away with that. Right, though, that is one way they can make it work, maybe, if it's just like a Zelda-centric film or something. I feel like that's pretty core to the identity. I guess wisdom have Link to spare the start of the movies without saving him. Wait, they'll excuse me, princess. That's the thing, like, you could make it campy, but then you'd really have wanted to do it cartoony. I don't know if live action camp would do nearly as well. I got Ocean Palace in the water, go figure. We're zooming. I can only picture it to be like the recent D&D movie. See, that could be good. Man, I'm so upset that the D&D movie didn't do better. Because that was a lot of fun, and I really wish they'd make another one. But they're not going to. Hasbro's decided the only way to monetize D&D is to sell Magic the Gathering cards. Which is infuriating. Yeah, I mean, I highly doubt they're adapting a specific Zelda story. Like, the entire point of Zelda is that every retelling is different. So let me go to the northwest part of the map. You know, I just realized this compass doesn't actually have cardinal directions on it. That's, not the most helpful. But northwest is this direction, isn't it? Posted Breath or Tears of the Kingdom in terms of visuals. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, that's what's going to be most relevant to their audience anyway. Zoom. Oh, hey. Squid. Oh. Immediately fell off. Okay. Never mind. As not a squid, not particularly. Can't catch me. There it goes. Zoom. I can't open the map. I guess because it thinks we're in combat. The enemy that's all the way over there. Oh, can I bounce jump? There we go. Portal somewhere nearby that you want me to open. Okay. People are saying video game movies are going to be the next big movie trend of superheroes, but I just don't see it. Studios may be thinking that now, and then they'll release 3 really bad video game movies in a row, and then cancel all the ones that are currently in development, and everyone will lose money. That's probably what's going to happen. Just like in video games, live service games are the future. We'll just make a dozen live service games. And, only 2 of them do well, and the entire company folds. Yeah, the Elden Ring films do, that's true. Those could be big. And they could be good, too, if they actually, shoot. Just lean into the setting rather than the story. Investing games on top of movies, yeah. You ever heard of a Sonic show called Sonic Underground by any chance? That sounds familiar. I can't say I've seen it or anything. Or just a kid? Nice. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw it. But I also didn't see a lot of things as a child. It's your introduction to Sonic. Interesting. Not through the video games. Cool. guess it makes sense some people see the cartoon first. But no, I don't think I've seen it. Straight 100 breakable objects. I guess I have. Western fishing spot. Is this what you're thinking of, Yahazu? Nice. Cancel because of ratings and it not fitting the show's storyline. It's replaced by Sonic Anime Show where the Freedom Fighters are in. I see. Never had anything Sega. That's true. I never had a Sega console either. I just played it on Nintendo consoles. Because fish. Every good game needs a fishing minigame. Hi, Big.
Hey, Sonic, you come here to fish too?
I got voice acted Big.
Big? What are you doing here? How did you get here? What even is here?
What is here? Good question. First time you saw a Sega console, you were in high school. Sounds about right. If they made a Sonic game, you only have Sonic Colors, but you love the shows. Nice.
I don't know. I was looking for fishing spots and wound up here.
Doo-be-doo.
So now I'm fishing.
Nice.
Of course you are.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to detense for a second.
Do you know how to fish? I'll teach you if you want.
Now what the peak of TV shows based on video games is?
You've got a bite. Sonic,
Donkey Kong Country.
to you to pull
Of course. I mean, what else? There's a fishing spot and the best way to grind cocos and seeds to level up. Okay, noted.
Can you see the red ripples? When the white ripple overlaps with the red one, lift your rod up quickly.
Okay. Let's get some lore stuff. Through fishing. Nice.
Wow, awesome! You've caught it already.
Yeah.
Nice catch, Sonic. I'll trade you a token for any fish you catch. If you get plenty of tokens, I'll trade them for some of the treasures I found. Just tell me what you want.
Interesting.
Froggy
Cool.
really likes those purple coins. If you bring me one, I'll let you borrow my rod again.
Get tokens by fishing and exchange the tokens for things. Makes sense. The card is an item that can be exchanged for one of the items in the list. Think carefully about which item will be the most useful.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
And it costs purple coins to go fishing. I see. Here, just wait for a bite. Simple enough. Oh, that's a big marlin. By basically everything in here. Interesting. So dramatic, yeah. For real. Yeah, the opening the eyes dramatically. Got a gold card. It's really a stellar blade of Sonic games. I remember it occurred to me a couple weeks ago. Do you have to find Froggy? He didn't make it sound like Froggy was missing. I don't see him here. I don't know. It occurred to me that Japanese games all have fishing minigames in them because it's a island nation that relies heavily on fishing for sustenance, which makes sense. So of course, fishing is a national pastime there. More so than in other countries. Looks like there's some textures glitching out there. It's also an easy minigame to implement in most games, yeah. Elder Coco's scroll. Got 8 tokens. Wow. Those will be attainable fishing. The scrolls unlock fast travel to Elder Coco and Hermit Coco, but only for the island where they're obtained from. I see. Given what this game is, I can't tell if the glitching textures are intentional or not. That was a pretty simple minigame, though. Texture glitches in a Sonic game? More likely than you think. Yeah, I mean, remember Sonic 06? that was a fun experience. And Unleashed with the fur on the werehog. Like 80 different fish models in there with varying degrees of challenge. It's easy additional content for people who like collecting things. Yeah, no, makes sense. See Zenless. I have not finished the Zenless fishing compendium. I'm missing one fish. And after about 2 hours of trying, I decided to give up. I have every other fish. That was a fun one. Unleashed had so many texture problems, yep. Gold cards. Infinite content. Until you find it, at least. Yep. Ah, nice. Crayfish. Still got 2 more coins. So that's when they decrement it. Nancy from hit Sega game Like a Dragon Yakuza. Ah. I forgot about that summon. Someday I'll go back and finish Yakuza 7. Not today, though. Certainly not today.
Coins? I bet there's more back on the island.
Most likely.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
Stream it? I will not be streaming it. Alright, are any of these one-time use? To the Egmos or lore? Alrighty. And everything else I can farm elsewhere.
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow.
So they're stuck in Yakuza Kiwami. It's a long series. Egmos are limited, the others just depend on how much you currently have. That makes sense. So I'll get those first and then we can switch to the renewable stuff. Still committed to playing the whole series even though you have no time. Someday you'll get through it all. Surely. Egmos are only available in the fishing portals. I see. Alright, let's go for like 15 more minutes, and then I'll call the stream. And go get dinner. You read them in the fishing portal too? I see. We'll do that later. Once we banked up a few more. Smash, smash, smash. Doom. I was just gonna send us into the air. Ooh. Oh, I see. There we go. More fishing coins. Excellent. Tower. Oh, again? Yep. Figures. There we go. He's about to attack. A visual effect up here. Yeah, I figured. We'll ever see anything like Knuckles Chaotix ever again? Probably not. But who knows? Kaboom. Oh. Fancy. Got a whole track up here. Oh. Do wonder what a Knuckles game would look like these days. Yeah, because they wouldn't just do like the Emerald Hunt, presumably. How do you make a game out of that? Maybe you could do more of a beat 'em up. Borrow some ideas from Unleashed's beat 'em up combat, but of course do it smoother and better. You can make kind of a hybrid platformer brawler. That could be interesting. Do. I don't like being this high up. I'm worried I'm gonna fall. Alright, another emerald. Check the chests, always. Are we sure one key? Is that what that means? I think that's what that means. Oh, that many genres Sonic went through? Yeah. So much variation. That is what that means. Alright. Fair enough. Oh, whoa. Interesting. Little skydiving minigame. Not minigame, but segment. There we go. Oh. What am I doing wrong there? Because it doesn't matter. BioWare made a Sonic game? That's right, they did! I forgot about that. Yeah, that was the thing. Or maybe I can do this the right way this time? Nope. Or I can do that. What? Now it's gone. Purple coin up there. There we go. It's got a bounce jump. Attack the enemy between electric discharges. You don't say. Almost there. There we go. And Moss is gone again. Can't help me attack the chest up there. Oh well. Ooh, gotta go fast. What's going on here?
You are not ready. Return when the time is right.
I see. Main story progression. Noted. +0, so I can access this one. Right? There he goes. Give me that emerald. Now we're at 4 out of 7. It's interesting that they show how many you're short on rather than the number that it requires. It's going to play nothing but turn-based RPGs for a while. When you're back soon, maybe you'll try Sonic Chronicles as a one-off. It'd be interesting. I always wanted to try it.
Was because Tails detected the Chaos Emeralds were drawn here, right? And now I'm finding digital keys and confinement towers that seem custom-made to hold the emeralds. Like half this stuff was built with them in mind.
Maybe the ancients used the Chaos Emeralds in the past. We've learned of other past civilizations who did too.
Yeah, but those groups tried to use them. And the stuff here seems all about containment.
Maybe they knew something about their power that we don't. The Chaos Emeralds are still pretty mysterious, even after all we've done with
I
them.
mean, at one point they were inhabited by a chaos being that tried to destroy the world, so containment doesn't seem all that unreasonable. They've done a really good job of spacing things out. It almost feels like things are on rails without actually being on rails. Alright, what can I unlock? I can't unlock that yet. Don't lie to me. What's going on here? Okay, it doesn't want me on that. That worked. Jump through the rings. Oh, I see. Let me attack the ball through the ring. There we go. Interesting. Man, that really reveals so little of the map. Later ones like that were the end of you. Yeah, I can see how that could be frustrating. Did allegedly try Chronicles back in the early Desmumi days, and it was alright, but did not need to be a Sonic game. Yeah, that tracks.
Are you trying to figure out the mysteries about these ruins too? It's kind of spooky everyone seems to be gone, huh?
The technology of the ancients exceeds your modern understanding. Unwelcome pests like you will be swiftly eliminated.
So hostile.
Okay, I'm trying to be civil here, but Are you saying they lost control of their tech and it wiped them out?
No.
Okay, okay. So you're not in a talking mood. I'll leave you be.
That didn't make a lot of sense. It's another one of those. Ah, I see. Press the button. Making sense is cringe. True. Know from where exactly, but you can see the Titan from earlier behind the mountains here. Interesting. Just hanging out. Nice. There we go. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, there really are so many of these guys everywhere. Let's see, there's some mods installed, in which case it's dancing. Nice. That's fun.
Hanging in there, Amy? Is your condition, I don't know, uncomfortable?
It's certainly unsettling. But it makes a big difference being able to at least talk to you. Before you freed me, I couldn't see or hear anything clearly. It was like looking into a kaleidoscope that was always shifting. I couldn't tell if I was coming, going, or moving.
Oh, that makes a
at all.
dance Gangnam Style included during the fight.
Crazy if you hadn't
Amazing.
let me out.
You're tough. I know you'd have hung in there. Still, I'm glad I could get you out. And I'm not gonna stop until you're back to normal.
Amy's actually been dead this whole time. Secretly. Oh, that's just free gear? Cool. I'll take it. There you are, little guy. So that time that worked. Casually going the wrong way. As you do. Oh, I could rail over there. There we go. Hi, Amy. Again. Really collecting a lot of hearts. Oh yeah, more of these guys.
You again?
Submit. Your reckless actions endanger the world.
Care to explain how saving my friends is a bad thing?
You are an enemy combatant. I will not share data with you.
What is wrong with you? Sonic would never endanger
Submit.
anyone. He's even going to help this Coco reunite with their one true love.
Love. An emotional status too vague and varied in its definition. You are both too ignorant to be helped.
Who, what was that girl?
Aside from being a pain, no clue.
Yep, you know nothing yet. More or less. Oh. Got a ring. Is that a treadmill? It's a treadmill. Kept wondering why Amy's voice sounds so familiar, and I finally figured it out. Yeah? Makoto from BlazBlue and Perry from Fire Emblem Fates. Huh, go figure. Yeah, that is Perry's voice, isn't it? Huh. It's been a long time since I played Fates. Well, that tracks. Just less psychotic. Yeah. Easy enough. Doing all the mini games. Now we're starting to actually be able to see some of the map. Got more fishing tokens. More coins to do fishing with. Very important. Essential even. Zoom. And a free key. And now we got the other Chaos Emerald. Hi, Squid. How's it going? Guess we should actually try to do this. Innovate some point, but more importantly, 3 houses. Yes. They haven't done any Fire Emblem since then. I liked Engage. I know that's a hot take. I really like the gameplay of Engage. The story was whatever, but let's be honest, a lot of the Fire Emblem stories are whatever. Including Fates. Oh. That's a dramatic phase shift. Oh. No. It's down the rail. Oh. Dang it. Big loop-de-loop. Classic Sonic. Ran out of boost power at the same time, too. Yeah, this is a fun side boss. Ah, dang it. I thought I was close enough. Oh, dang it. Well. I should have jumped. Can try that again, I guess. As Sonic is all about really well. Great game design overall. Yeah, they've made it like a mix of some like the boost bosses and the more traditional platforming bosses in the same enemy, which is very interesting. Ah. Yeah, it's very hard to dodge when you're that close. Ah. No, 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 no. Dang it. It's not going nearly as well. Up and down and all around. And we're falling way behind. Tap. Whoa. Need to figure out a better strategy, clearly. My boost. There we go. Big old ground pound. Oh! Boom! Got him. Those are weird to be saying this about a 3 Sonic game, but this looks pretty fun. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you don't have nearly as much of the like varied environments. I guess most of the game is the floating island aesthetic, but the actual like combat seems pretty fun. This gauge raised. Use everything to raise ring capacity. $442. Breath of the Sonic, yeah. Your opinion is automatically void because you think Force is a good game and doesn't deserve the hate. Yeah. Forces wasn't bad. I don't get the hate we got Forces either. It was a perfectly adequate boost game. It was all I could really ask for. Okay. Sure. Oh. I don't think I was supposed to get stuck underneath this. There we go. That's unfortunate. Let's see if I still have time. Hurry up, it says. You don't say. There we go. Nice. First says the hat says gamer on it. It's easy 10 out of 10. And it also has a free DLC that adds the Sonic shirts. Yep. That is very true. Truly the pinnacle of the Sonic experience. Zoom. Yeah, really? Why would you fast travel? You can get anywhere in minutes. There's no one I played through it, but I really like I think a lot of the hate for it's got is people making dumb looking OCs before going, this game looks dumb. Yeah. The actual gameplay is perfectly fine.
Something wrong?
They say their Amore was stationed on the far side of the field. This is the field.
I'm not seeing a lot of farming going on.
Maybe, if you use that new technique of yours, you can clean up all this wild brush?
Remove weeds, side loop, and reach 7,000 points before the timer runs out. Watch out for the bees. With them by luring them towards flowers by using a quick side loop on seeds to make them bloom. Interesting. Yep. Yeah, we can just make this as large as we want, don't we? Can't we? Okay, there is a size limit. Oh no. None of that counted. So not infinitely large. Oh. Die to the bees. Figure 8 gives the infinite boost. That's right. That does help. I just gotta get better at dodging bees. Zoom. Ah, dang it. There we go. That works. I see, I'm doing all the farming. And get more chaos emeralds out of it somehow. Chaos!
So, all this used to be farmland, huh?
Yes. They make it sound like it was abundant. But now...
I mean, it's grassy.
Yup. But I've seen this kind of recovery in areas Dr. Eggman damaged. Something ruined this land, and it's barely begun to recover.
Then we need to make sure it has plenty of time to heal.
Right.
I see what you guys are meaning about his voice sounding a little too normal.
Keep tabs on the hedgehog. I want constant updates.
Yes, sir.
And keep looking for a way to get me out of here.
I am evaluating all safe options.
Keep up the good work.
This voice Labras in Persona 4 Arena.
Doctor.
Yeah. Definitely playing to type then, huh? And where was I going? Up there, that's right. This does not go up there. This is a girlfriend type? Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Oh, that's right, there's a spring in the center. I forgot about that. I'm glad Amy's personality isn't just I like Sonic anymore. Yeah. You can tell they've definitely been intentionally trying to avoid that. Most of her recent portrayals. Okay, wall running here is not productive. I like what they do with Amy in this game, yeah. It's interesting to see her be the one that knows so much about the world. Not that she knows a lot, but you know, she's learning a lot. As we go. Yeah, she's not just the girl of the group, exactly. It's all about love, but not in an obsessed way, yeah. Well, that's most of the Chaos Emeralds already. Interesting.
I am extending the range of my control, but I can still only command a few of the Ancient's relics at a time.
Commendable. But what about finding me a way out of this digital dimension?
I have run 1,700,050 simulations. There is no scenario to safely remove you from cyberspace.
Unacceptable. Keep looking. Make it your #1 priority.
But keeping you safe is my priority.
Wait. Is this an isekai? I mean, yeah. People have been sent to a digital world. I would say so. Digital monsters, you say? Yes! Digital monsters with which to do battle. Had to become the digital champions to save the digital world? Yeah, that does seem to be the plot here. Except for the new Cyber Sleuth. Yeah, it seems like it's really impressive. Come a long way since that first version of Cyber Sleuth.
Don't get too far ahead.
Maybe we should just let them wrap it up on their own.
We have to see this through.
We still haven't found Tails. We've been wrangling children and taking detours the whole way.
Are you telling me you would leave behind someone in need?
No, but I'm also worried about you. You can't help anyone if you're stuck in limbo.
All right. Then hurry up and save me too, so we can find Tails.
Sounds simple enough.
Da-da-da. All these cutscenes split out across time. Quick side loop. Combo and then press Y. There we go. That's convenient. Technically not Cyber Sleuth, yeah, but same line of games. Actual emotional development and characterization in my Sonic game? Yeah, I didn't know it was possible either. But they're definitely trying. Zoom. Oh. Hello. I didn't even see that. It is kind of fun to just be able to zip across from one side of the map to the other. Existing as the Cursed Princess Elise scene from 06 is wild. Yep, same franchise. What's not there? Wait, Sonic can run underwater now? That's new. Wonderworld? Balan Wonderworld? Sure, the oxygen meter because it's barely used. Sounds about right. That just takes us up here. We've been here already. The Wonderworld stream when? I am not spending money on that game. You can't convince me. But you know, if we're gonna see all of the Sonic creators' great works, you're gonna get through the game. If you stand or watch until the oxygen meter gets low, does the game background music take on a stress countdown layer? If not, that's a missed opportunity. You know, it's basically just the Super Mario Sunshine portal animation. Slide over Balan Wonderworld story being sold in a separate novel. Yeah. Oh, Sonic is dead. Rest in peace. So slow in the side-scrolling sections. I do appreciate how I still have most of the moveset though. It's not like the classic Sonic stages and forces. Yep. Good job, Sonic. Honestly, I was expecting the iframes to last longer there, and I guess not. Oh, that was close. Oh, the glitch effects in the background are pretty fun. Oh, we got all the red rings so far. That's surprising. Might be able to get them all. Okay, just find out where the last one is. Can't tell me Balan Wonderworld wasn't a money laundering scheme. I mean, considering the guy went to prison for money laundering and tax evasion. Alright, sorry, insider trading and tax evasion, yep. Wild. 3 vault keys. Not bad. Then we're gonna get a lot of things that are everything except for the S rank time. That's a little bit difficult to hit. Yeah, some cocoa. More hearts. I don't know how I have so many, but I do apparently. Oh. That's unusual. Stolen from Link. Obviously.
It's too dangerous.
Why does that look an awful lot like Chaos? Who's to say? A bunch of DLC and a bunch from exploration side loops, that's true. So I'm assuming that's the ancient race, and they've been reverted to those little heart thingies. Koros. Cocos, whatever. And they're dead! Koroks, yeah, basically. Maybe the Eggman was the answer to some of that, maybe.
They were reunited right before the end.
They're together now. You take a minute. I'm gonna keep moving.
It's a death cult! Alrighty. I think that's a good stopping point for today. Wasn't originally planning to go 3 hours, but we did. It was Sonic's in battle, solving puzzles, playing minigames, and scenes where Sonic is not in control. I just need to run away from the enemies far enough. That's how they escape from the simulation. It's true, it might be. There we go! First time we've actually saved the game. There we go, now we actually have the title music. And of course, tapping out pauses it. Of course. Alrighty. Yeah, the game does autosave a lot, so I hadn't been worried about it. Okay, Sonic Racing Crossroads is partially made by the initial D team. That's wild, huh? I guess it is Sega. That tracks. Better get some Eurobeat tracks, that'd be fun. Eurobeat Sonic? I could see it. That'll be fun. Who's live? No one I know, really. I'll just do an offline raid. Sonic R music is already similar enough, that's true, actually, yeah. It's most of the way there already. There we go. Let's do an offline raid to Carrick. Assuming I typed the name right. Yep. Nice. Alright, be doing Lobotomy Corporation tomorrow, probably. For better or worse. We're in the end games. That should be interesting. We'll continue Frontiers next weekend. and probably Lobotomy Corporation next weekend. Honestly, that is probably just my weekends until we finish Frontiers. So, yeah. Afternoons, Saturdays, and Sundays, as far as American time zones are concerned. Haven't locked in an exact start time. Usually it's 3 p.m. Central Time. But, depends on what I got going on during the day. But I am planning to do both weekend days every weekend going forward. That is the goal. So, yeah. I'll see you all next time. See you when I see you. Hope you all have a great week.